I'm going to show you how you can make a load of initial sales presentations at scale that look highly customized. And actually, in addition to taking off a load of work from your reps who are probably customizing these, you can, or making them fit for purpose, depending on certain variables each time, you can also use these for highly personalized and relevant outreach. I'd recommend LinkedIn once you've got a connection in DMs and kind of started the conversation using them like that, or at least wait until you've got a reply via email, otherwise you're just going to end up in the junk. But regardless, the whole point of this is how we can create highly customized Google Slide presentations for every prospect at scale in a single click using Clay and the Google Slides integration. So again, the aim of this is to produce, I just made a little mini presentation so I can show you to here, is to produce customized presentations for each prospect. So you can see here the dynamic variable here is the learning management system and the student information system. Also, we changed the name of the deck. But let's take a look at where we're going. So the things we'll need to do this. First things we'll need is an area within Google Drive dedicated to your Google Clay slides. You're going to have to give Clay access to this area of Google Slides, so keep that in mind. The next thing you're going to need is the template deck. So I've just got this one for the purposes of the example, and you're going to want to put that in a folder. Next thing you're going to need is your Clay table, which contains the dynamic variables you want associated with each account. Final thing, so in my case, here are the dynamic variables that I'll be using. I use Technographics not only for highly personalized, highly relevant outreach, gives people a lot of reassurance and shows that you're a relevant fit when you can reference nearby local accounts that also have the same tech stack or do something similar to them. But the point being, I care about these two values and they're going to be different for each account and should be reflected in the Google Slides. So let's suppose this column wasn't here. First thing I'm going to do is add enrichment, and then here you're going to go Google Slides. Google Slides, that's the one you want. You're then going to connect your Google account. So just log in with your Google account and give it access to both the folder that has the template in it and the template itself. Great. You're then going to show it which is the template presentation. So for me, you can see it's got access to folder. It can see all the presentations in it. Let me show you that again. Folder, it's all the presentations in it. This one's my template. The next thing we're then going to need to do is to give the presentations that generated the title. It looks like from my template that it should just plug into here. This actually is not dynamic. This is just a placeholder. So, but before we do that, we're going to go into our template and assign all of the dynamic values. So anything within double curly brackets is a dynamic value that is within the presentation itself. This is actually not changing. I'll show you how we change that later. But yeah, you don't need to take these values from anywhere specific. They can be unique, but they are going, well, and they should be unique from each other. But whether I call this learning management system or LMS, whatever in these curly brackets, doesn't actually matter. All that's going to happen is when you hit refresh fields, you're then going to see that we have learning management system and student information system pull through here. You'll notice that the casing is exactly as the casing is in here, capital, 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 capital. And if I did this, and then come through over to Google Slides, we'll go refresh fields. See, it's gone to lowercase here. So anyway, you can see that it pulls through. And that is going to be the LMS. So what we can then do, save and don't run. I'm going to show you how we actually generate one of these slides. So I was playing around with images. Turns out you can't pull images through in this approach just yet, but I need the value. So we're going to do the University of Texas at Arlington. Come across here. Great. We got the logo for when we do work out how to do that. We're then going to generate the presentation. Using Canvas as the learning management system, PeopleSoft as the student information system. Click here. Presentation, University of Texas at Arlington should be in here. Yep, we've got it in here. Nice. University of Texas at Arlington, Canvas and PeopleSoft. Great. So anyway, you can see that you can take this, like this just gives you the bare bones of how to do it, but you can take this quite far, make this quite sophisticated. And you can do this with like longer pieces of text as well. It's just because you can't with images or have any kind of if statements at the minute, you might want multiple columns of Google Slides that use different templates. For example, a different template for 2 years versus 4 years, a different template for private versus public. You know, whoever you're pitching to, there's we don't want to lose any of the benefits of customization. So it should be like templatized, but still specific. So don't be afraid to have multiple different runs of the Google Slides generation component effectively. So you can still use the dynamic variables, but get the value of a seemingly highly customized template. So anyway, that's Google Slides Clay integration. I will let you know if I work out how to get images in or find it out.